All right.
Be sure to smash our like button and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get this started. We're going to talk about Electroneum tonight. It's Dino, Digitspin Crypto. And we want to talk about Electroneum. We want to talk about Splinterlands. People are making lots of money on Splinterlands. And let's take a look at Bitcoin, too. So let's have a little fun. I wasn't planning to come on. I was literally walking by the PC, and I said, let's do a show. I'm just going to sit down and do one. So, let's do it. All right. And here we go. I can't tell you.
He's a tech-savvy guy, gonna show you the way. You better load your bags, cause crypto's here to stay. Listen up, gonna teach you about this and that. But he's just a goofy guy in a straw hat. So join in and have a laugh. It's gonna be a good time, that's a fact. Information and crypto parodies. Sit back and enjoy the show. You just never know which way you'll go. So get ready for Digitspin Crypto.
Alright, let's see here. Let's get me in the show here. Alright. I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay and everything's working on my system as it's supposed to, because I haven't used it a whole lot. So I'm assuming everything that I set up is still working the way it's supposed to. Yeah, at least I hope so. So let me know on the chat there if you don't hear me or if there's a problem. I see you want to know he's out there, Timo. Crypto Dog, he wants to get into Splinterlands. yeah, I'm gotta definitely do some Splinterlands battling pretty soon. I'm trying to get more and more time to do those things. So I'm working on it. I'm trying to make that happen. There, Crypto Dog. I know you guys have been like, where is that guy? He's on the bottom of the leaderboard. I haven't played Splinterlands in a while. I owe the Splinterlands guys some documentation. I got to do some stuff for them. They had an opportunity for me, and I'm way behind. I thought I'd be able to get to it faster. I've been so busy at work, I haven't had a chance to do much of anything. So, hopefully if things work out, I'll have a nice surprise for you guys regarding Splinterlands going forward. So again, I see a World Citizen out there. How you doing? Good to see you. And Frederico, God bless you too. Appreciate you visiting the show. It's always good to see my favorite guys on the show. Who spend your time, you personally, yeah, I'm talking to you. You're my favorite viewer. I appreciate you stopping to see me, taking some time. There's plenty of things for you to be doing and to be watching, and the fact that you take some time to listen to me mumble on YouTube is appreciated, and the reason why I keep doing these things. It's clearly not for the money. It's because, I like to be part of a community. A lot of you guys spend time in the Digitspin Telegram channel. We have a great group where we talk about a lot of stuff, bring up lots of issues, fun stuff, things that we notice about any type of crypto. They talk about Electroneum and Splinterlands, but it's for any type of cryptocurrency. If you bring some value to the group, or you just want to, read and take a look and say hello, stop on in. It's free. The link is down below. And if you're into Splinterlands or want to know about Splinterlands or find out how people have turned, $2,000 into $30,000 in the last year, buying Splinterlands NFTs, and I'm not kidding you, there are people that have literally spent $2,000 or $3,000, and today they're sitting on $30,000 or more dollars worth of crypto. I know some guys that have spent maybe $10,000, and they're sitting on about $100,000. They 10x their money buying Splinterlands NFTs, and not only that, they've had a lot of fun. Playing with the NFTs. Unlike regular NFTs where you get a picture and you just take a look at it and you go, yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, it's a picture. That's nice. Splinterlands, you can buy the NFT and go, all right, I got something to battle with. You can put it into action and earn some extra cryptocurrency, some dark energy crystals. And then, of course, you can trade, you can up-level your cards. It's a lot of fun. And if you're not collecting or even playing Splinterlands, you're missing out. But there definitely are people who have made 10x in the last less than 12 months, and probably in the last since November. Since November, so it's 9 months. In 9 months, they've made 10x. So you too could do that over time if you understand it. Now, if you want to know more, we have the Digitspin Furious Chickens Telegram group. Furious Chicken is one of the characters, one of the cards in the game, and it's kind of fun. You can toss him in anywhere, and sometimes he it's the underdog card, but sometimes he pulls through and he makes things happen. So you can look in the not the comments, but in the details below. You'll find a link for the Digitspin Telegram group. Make sure you say hello to Crypto Dog. Make sure you say hello to Crypto Man 976. They run the group. I participate and show up, and whatever they want to do is fine with me. But say hello to them. You can learn about the Splinterlands, learn techniques of how to play the cards, what good cards to get. The guys, I take a look, and there's 1,000 messages. There's like 50 guys in the group, or 40 guys in the group, and there could be anywhere from 80 to 800 messages a day that they have. It's great. Definitely check it out and visit the Digitspin Furious Chickens. And we also have obviously a guild. Which is fun because we, the guys in the group, we're kind of a family, and we take that time to get together. We battle other teams and what have you. You don't have to be in the the Furious Chicken Guild to participate. We invite everybody to come hang out, talk about Splinterlands, and have a lot of fun. But if you're not getting involved in Splinterlands, you are missing out. And since you're my favorite viewer, I just wanted to let you know. Just wanted to let you know. Check it out. Say hello to Crypto Dog. Say hello to Crypto Man. And all the wonderful players that do a fantastic job, put in a lot of time and energy. Really have built a nice community and a nice team, and great group of guys. Great group of guys. I'm proud to be associated in any way with all of you, and guys know who you are on the Splinterlands Furious Chicken, Digitspin's Furious Chickens Telegram group. In the description below, click the link. Make sure you join. Let's see what else we got out here. Hey, we got Michael out there. Uh, World Citizen says, yeah, be part of the brigade. Crypto Dog, I'm playing esports pro circuit now in Splinterlands. Michael, how you doing, Michael? Good to see you. Thanks for checking in and saying hello. Timo says, I've been out of it myself. What's the latest on the ETN blockchain update, and what are your thoughts on a new NFT mania? I think that regarding the NFTs, I think there's going to be a lot of NFTs that will prove to be basically worthless. There'll be some brand name stuff, the Topps baseball cards and the Garbage Pail Kids and the Star Trek stuff. Those have always been popular, and they will be digitally popular also. And I think there'll be a value there. I think that a lot of the generic artwork may or may not hold any value. Now, if you're buying an NFT, it's my belief that if you set up a site where you offer rights along with the NFT. In other words, you create a piece of artwork, you give the EPS file so that somebody can use it, a company can use it in their artwork. And they pay for the NFT, and with that they get the rights of production to reproduce the artwork or to use it in a website. That has value. I have a company. I like to print cardboard cutouts. I might do a princess lollipop with a pink castle, and I gotta pay my artists to sit there and design all these different things. And it could cost me, I guess $100, for a piece of art that I can call my own, that I have my own intellectual property. But, if there was a library that I could go to and buy the NFT and receive with that NFT the digital rights of printing, up to 100,000 pieces or whatever it is, and receive a file, I would, for $20, $25, you can call me right up and tell me about that, and I would go to town on that, because I can increase my library and make sure that the artist gets paid, and then I would have proof of ownership because I own the NFT. And own that right to reproduce it, and that is business, and I think that something like that would be big business. So if you create something like that, just say give a little thing to credit to Digitspin. We'd like to thank Digitspin for the idea, because I definitely would see a huge value in that. I know I would use it. I know I would pay and buy those NFTs. Things like Splinterlands, where you're buying an interactive NFT, I think are going to be hot. You got Splinterlands, you got Gala Games, Our Planet, and some of the others. I think that's big, and I think there's going to be a place for that. Will it come under any regulatory? I think anything that touches crypto will come under some kind of regulatory compliance of some type, someplace, somewhere. There will be regulatory compliance for everything, every single thing. So, that's big. Now, as far as your question, Timo, regarding what's the latest on the ETN blockchain, let's do that. The ETN on Friday released some news here. Let's bring up the stuff. 3 million. So we're going to go into that for Timo, and I'm going to answer your question. At the same time, I'm going to do this article since you asked me. I'm going to spend time just talking about your questions. So if you have them, put them in the chat, and that'll bring up the topics as we go along. So, hey, Art 2000, how you doing? It's good to see you back. And Super Shemp is out there. Good to see you also. All right, so ETN. The ETN, the app, Electroneum's app, broke 3 million downloads. So that's good. That's good. Electroneum is getting some usage. new users. It's building. Obviously, every time you get a download, you're going to get a new account created, a new wallet address. So that's good. Electroneum saying it's months ahead of the 4th anniversary. So we're good to see that, and I'm glad to see Electroneum getting, make that a little bigger for you, getting new users. That's important. People start to see Electroneum. They want to know more about it. They want to start collecting it. Electroneum is so undervalued right now, and it's undervalued. It's undervalued because the word doesn't get out about Electroneum. Electroneum is kind of behind the 8 ball, and we haven't heard much from the company except the news releases on Fridays in the last year, as they've been trying to get some regulation under their back, and then that put them through some gymnastics, some technical gymnastics that they have to take care of, and so we're all waiting for a lot of information, news, updates going forward, and they've been slowly dribbling out clues, and if you pay attention and connect the dots over a multitude of news releases, you can see what's going on with Electroneum. And it's important to really pay attention. If you're, it's a tough time for legacy coins. Even things like Neo and Elastos and other great coins that have great projects and have been doing wonderful stuff and just been plodding along and doing what they're supposed to be doing. They don't get much recognition. There's not so much hype, and everybody wants to talk about the shiny new coins that come out, and even though they've sometimes not even together yet or haven't proved anything yet, they get hype, and these guys on a lot of the other YouTube channels, you got to be careful when you go to a lot of these YouTube channels, especially if they're not in the United States. In the United States, if you're promoting a coin, by law, you have to disclose that. If you watch some channels where there are folks in the United States, they'll tell you this is a paid sponsorship, or I was paid to talk about this, the details below. And they have to announce that. They have to express that. Otherwise, you can be in violation and be hunted down by the government regulatory departments. And you'll see, some of the guys that were actors and out there is the celebrities that end up promoting a coin, and they never released or demonstrated that they were being paid to do as such, all ended up in trouble and getting fined. So you have to do that. However, out of the United States, you got Carl and Moon, you got Ivan on tech, and you got these guys, and they'll talk about a project, and they'll never say anything that they're being paid. I think even in Britain, I think they get a lot of that too. Some of the guys like you know who they are. The guy with the green Lambo. It looks like a little kid. They get paid. They're paid to sell you these coins. That's the reason why things like Swissborg. All of a sudden, everybody was talking about Swissborg. I assure you, if all of a sudden you see a coin all of a sudden being talked about, there's some kind of arrangement taking place. And when you get, four out of the five, top YouTube sites start talking about a project in unison, all within a week or so of each other, they were paid, whether they tell you about it or not. Now, being paid as a YouTuber, would I like to get paid? Sure, I would sell advertising spots. I would say, hang on a second, we got an ad, and I would click the button and I'd let an ad roll. I don't take money for talking about a coin or bringing on an interview. I just don't do it. Not interested in that. I bring those folks on because I'm interested in the project. And but if they want to buy an average 15-second advertising spot, I would sell that. Sure, it would be clear this is an advertisement, and just like selling soap or whatever, and I would leave it at that. But otherwise, I talk about stuff that I use, that I like, that I may have a personal interest in myself, or have invested in, or use, or want, or something to that effect. So your smaller channels will usually be that way, and you'll probably get a more robust and fair feedback from them. So just keep that in mind as you go along. Let's see. Electroneum Network, they've changed their name to from ETN to ETN Network, and that's fine. Has also recorded tens of thousands of monthly blockchain transactions, 252,000 in-app mobile utility top-ups, and 314,000 instant transfers. So that's good. If the network's used. Clearly it's not at its maximum capabilities, but the Electroneum Network is actually used, and in this sentence kind of tells us that not only is it just used to send to get the purchase of coins, people use the coins to do stuff. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. And part of that is going to be with your top ups, you're going to have your AnyTask, and people earning Electroneum. So that's good stuff. Let's see here. Here are some great reviews. So here they just go through here, and they're showing that they're finally getting some 5-star reviews. There was a time where Electroneum took a beating. they were taking a beating because they stopped giving away free coins, and there was a there was a civil war revolution, and people went nuts because they weren't getting free stuff anymore. Yeah, this is what happens when you give free stuff. People get upset when you stop giving it to them. So they were getting a lot of 1-star reviews, and it wasn't because the product wasn't any good. It's because I'm not getting free stuff. I want my free stuff. Hey man, where's my free stuff? So the good news here is that people are starting to get back into the fact that Electroneum is a great app, does a lot of cool stuff. It functions, it works, it does what it says it's supposed to do. I can earn it with true proof of work. True proof of work. You do some work, you actually earn some Electroneum. Let's see here. New features, good platform. So, and of course, these are cherry picked. Let's be, realistic. These weren't, all this, the same week. I'm sure they got plenty of 1 and 3 stars also. But at least we're starting to see people get back to the functionality of the product, which is good. So, if you don't have the Electroneum app, you definitely want to try to get that. You will have to do KYC. Electroneum has been way ahead every other crypto, and regarding KYC, and have processes in place and what have you, and being the first to do as such, has run the gauntlet. It's been really tough on them. It's been really tough on them, and that translates being tough on us, because we have to be part of the process. And one of the first cryptos to try to get a KYC, a full KYC process in place, is daunting. It's intrusive, and not everybody wants to give their information. They start whining, complaining. I don't envy the Electroneum team's job regarding that, and the people that have to interact with everybody, especially those that don't understand, don't want to comply, or have done something that they shouldn't have regarding securing Electroneum, and can't, or having difficulty trying to get their KYC done. The process, there are also people that have done it properly, and it's been difficult for them, because over the last 3 years, you think about it, it's not like you started fresh, and anybody that bought some Electroneum was processed, and and it happened as it went along. You're throwing in this requirement 3 years after the product's been in place and running, and then you throw in this regulation, and now you got to go back and get documents and prove and show. It's intrusive. It's daunting. It's difficult. It's a conundrum. It's a lot easier when it just starts up. Everything starts that way, and you just build as you go along. It's a mess to do something like that, and Electroneum's put a lot of effort into it. They've hired some new folks to try to help that process, because it's pretty significant. And it's I know people that were working the process for months to get their KYC straightened out, to get that recorded history, to go back in time and get all that recorded history established. It's difficult for Electroneum. It's definitely difficult on the user. I've got all this money in there, and now I have no access to it, and now I've got to go find documents, and I mined half of this stuff, and it's like, if I had to do it, I'd have to, I guess, show purchase of the miners. I don't remember if I even have receipts for the miners. I don't know if I could do that. I could send them a picture of the miners I have, but it's to expect somebody to be able to go back 3 years and have the documents is tough. It's tough. So have a little patience. Recognize that Electroneum and you are in the same boat, and you're both trying to get it resolved. Electroneum doesn't want the coins locked up. It doesn't help anybody. They want them to be established to the rightful owner. It's not like they're trying to take them, or they can't use them. They can't. It's not like they could take them and sell them or use them. The account's locked. It doesn't help anybody. They want to help you get it resolved. And so it's a process. The good news is that a lot of that's been cleaning up and doing better, but it has taken a while. Now, if you go out there and you buy yourself 1 million Electroneum and drop it into your Electroneum wallet, you damn sure better have some receipts going forward, because you're gonna get your account locked. All right, here in the United States, if you transfer more than $10,000, something gets locked or somebody gets notified or something, even in a bank account, you know, they're going to send your information to this to the banking folks, the regulators, and they're going to start keeping eyes on you. Where'd you get $10,000? And it's crazy. You know, and hence why crypto was created. But unfortunately, to get crypto to the next level, it's got to integrate with the governments, because they have to make sure there's not illegal money coming in, terrorism and all this other stuff. And I get it. I'm not happy about it, but I get it. You're not happy about it, but you get it. It is what it is. Our massive Electroneum community may already know, apart from the availability of Electroneum app mobile top-ups in 163 countries and electricity reloads in 9 countries, travel is a reality and at an attractive discount thanks to LockTrip. So they're just reminding you that you can top up your phone, you can buy electricity in certain countries, and of course with LockTrip you can travel. That is, if you're allowed to travel and the government lets you travel, and you have a vaccine passport, and you're wearing blue underwear, and it's only on Tuesdays. So, you know, travel is good. The fact of the matter is, you know, if you're taking a local vacation where you're driving to it, you can use LockTrip to rent a hotel or something like that near you. So, and you can pay for it with Electroneum, which is pretty sexy. And of course, there's the shopper approved, or no, shopper.io or something like that, where you can buy on Amazon and some other websites and pay for it with Electroneum, which is pretty cool. Also, they've included that shopping.io, whatever it is. You have to go look up my other videos. I have one. Just click on my page and you'll see previous videos. Just look at the videos and it'll be there. All right. I do give credit to Electroneum. There are things that you know, sometimes you wonder, but you know, I do give credit to Electroneum on the low cost of making transactions. It literally costs less than a penny. You can move $100,000 around for less than a penny, and you can't do that anywhere else. You know, for so cheap. And there's very few coins that will give you that type of pricing for transfer of funds. South Korea is still working with Mekon Cash, 13,600 ATMs. And of course, you can buy a lot of stuff on the Mekon Mall using Electroneum. In South Korea, I think we'll see a lot more coming out of the Southeast Asia area when they start getting more involved with Electroneum. That's pretty exciting. Let's see here. ETN app users have access to everything from food, flour deliveries, baby items, bikes, and home appliances. So that's great in South Korea. Hopefully that will encroach into the rest of the world and we'll be able to do the same. This really interested me, hence we just talked about Splinterlands a few minutes ago. If you missed it, you can rewatch the video after this one's over and hear about my Splinterlands diatribe that I had a few minutes ago. And here, which is really interesting, gamers can use their Electroneum app on Splinterlands. So that I did not know, and I was interested in it because I know you can use Electroneum on Splinterlands. Did not know you can use the app on Splinterlands, so I've got to do a little research on that. Maybe somebody who's in the chat is smarter than me. Most of you guys are. I've got to sneeze really bad. Holy smokes! You like that, huh? Usually I go, oh, shit. My wife smacks me. Why you gotta curse when you sneeze? So if one of you guys are smarter than me, especially from the Digitspin Furious Chickens group, do you know what they're talking about when they say the ETN app can be used on Splinterlands. Or maybe this is coming out, or this could just be mistyped. It could be a typo where they can use their ETN on Splinterlands. Thanks, Rich Wealthy, for the bless you. One of the most popular blockchains in the industry. Yes, it is. Or for game servers on Host Havoc. So yeah, if you're going to host your own game server, Host Havoc, you can pay with Electroneum, which is pretty spectacular, sexy, and nice. Electroneum Network plans to integrate many more, not just more, many more use cases in the coming months. So keep an eye out for some more exciting incoming news in this regards. So, the first time I read this, I was like, oh, they're going to do more stuff with Splinterlands. But reading this, a second, third, fourth time, this sentence here tells me Electroneum plans to integrate many more use cases. In other words, not just Splinterlands. Electroneum Network is going to be integrated into a lot of other new stuff. Now, this gets back to Timo's question on the chat, which I was answering. What's the latest on the ETN blockchain? So it's my belief, because one would tend to believe, Electroneum has talked about their new blockchain upgrade. We're all waiting for it. Clearly they're at testing. It's done. They're testing it. Of course, there's going to be some failures that they're going to find. They're going to fix those as they go along. But the fact that they're in testing, or robust testing, tells me that they're really, really freaking close to releasing the damn thing. Now, if you take a look, in June, they historically have released the blockchain upgrades. We're at the July. July they released the blockchain upgrades, not June. And since we're at the end of July, I would tend to think that this is going to probably be extended into August. The fact that they're saying that they're testing and they're really freaking close, I would hope that we would see this in August. It would, logic dictates that would be a good target month for the release of the new blockchain. Electroneum has expressed over the last few weeks the significance of this particular blockchain upgrade is going to be seismic in nature. In my opinion, from what I've been able to read, detect, interview the folks from Electroneum over the last year that they've been working on this upgrade, year and a half, maybe more, there's some sizable changes. And I'm telling you this now, there's going to be some sizable changes that, in my opinion, will level up Electroneum from just a store value coin that you can do things with and has a great AnyTask website, to put it more in the pro league of coin. When I say pro league, I'm talking about Electroneum, Ethereum, and others that have the ability to do things with the coins where they can interact. So it's my personal belief that it'll open up that ability. Not that it'll be readily the next day, but I think that the pylons will be driven into the sand. Significantly more advanced technology can be built upon. And I believe that from what I've read and public documents, and if you go to the GitHub and you start to read some of the code and comments in the code, and and things like that that have shown up. That there will be a robust and significant change to allow far more robust stuff be built on top of it, not only by Electroneum, but I have a feeling by the community also. So we'll have the ability to start building and putting into place products that make Electroneum do things. All right. So we know that Electroneum, and even Richard Ells even said himself, you'd like to see, Electroneum have the ability to interact with DeFi and be a little bit smarter, a little bit more robust and capable. And I believe that this will be the first step to do so. Now, additionally, with their regulation, clearly they have some stuff that they've got to modify to make it more friendly. If you take a look at the regulators, the first thing that they talk about is that they don't like masked addresses. They want to be able to see the crypto, to be able to KYC it, to know how much is there, so they can track it. It's unfortunate. It's not what we as crypto people want to hear. But the fact of the matter is, coins like Monero and Loki and a few others that have all these masked addresses, they're getting removed from exchanges, and nobody wants to touch them because they know the government is not very pleased about it. And so a masked address is clearly going to be a deficit. Unfortunately, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, that was the exciting thing to be in, and have the masked address. It provided the ability to spend your money and not let anybody go look and see how much is in that account. And it had a lot of value, and it was things that everybody wanted and where everybody was going. And Nimble Wimble and all this other good stuff they wanted to include. And a lot of that has disappeared because the temperature of what was being allowed or asked for or wanted by regulators did not include having a masked address. So it turned into a pariah. What is that? A pariah. Pretty much, within 9 months to 12 months, mass addresses went from the cool thing to have I'm the cool guy, to being the pariah, the guy who's smoking a cigarette, not allowed in the building. He has to go out there and freeze in the winter to have his cigarette. Nobody wants you. So this unfortunately has left Electroneum going, oh shit. And again, they've got to change that. And so it's my personal belief that that's something that's going to clearly have to be fixed if they want to be incorporated in the ways that they have described. All right. So if they put all this type of stuff into place, it's my personal opinion that a lot of things that they've talked about sitting in the sidelines, I think, can then roll out. And that's my personal opinion. And I base that on the interviews, the news releases that have been released about what they were trying to do, and then it got halted. And so the moral of the story here is, my perspective, is Electroneum, and I'm going to get back to more of that blockchain stuff that you asked me, Timo, is that, people ask, is it a good time to buy Electroneum? I think there will be an opportunity to see a benefit. Do I think it's going to be a significant change? Well, if they can get this out at the right time and they catch this next wave for Bitcoin, I think that Electroneum will see some value. But you and me both, you being my favorite viewer, both know that Electroneum is behind the eight ball right now. Even with the coolest of stuff being released, they have a lot of PR, a lot of ground that they have to retake. All right, they've retreated and condensed and consolidated to put together that super weapon. And the fact of the matter is that everybody's encroached into their space. So they're gonna have to be pretty aggressive with getting information out, reaching out, documenting, promoting, and getting the words Electroneum network, the ETN network, back into the vocabulary of the crypto community, because without that, it doesn't matter. Elastos, they've got they're building a whole operating system based on cryptocurrency, where you can have an operating system, buy a program that's controlled with a purchase of a crypto, and then you own that, and then you can turn around and sell it, and it'll go to the other machine, and the machines work together. I mean, groundbreaking stuff. But nobody, nobody buys this stuff. It sells for $2. It's been selling for $2 for years, and until they get more stuff out there. So, Neo's done great stuff. Nameek does great stuff. Even WebDollar is kind of cool. It doesn't mean anything unless you can get it out into the public and let people know about it. And you have a way. Now, Electroneum has an advantage with the AnyTask environment. So that definitely gives them a leg up. Additionally, and Jonathan was tweeting or telegramming that he's working on other environments or websites that will interact with Electroneum. And more established websites are starting to add Electroneum as a payment methodology. These are the types of things that you need to have happen so that there's more coins in the system. And for that period of time, they're kind of locked, moving around, doing stuff. And that brings the value up as it's getting used. So the more useful it becomes, the bigger the benefit to those that have the Electroneum coin. So, I've been, picking up $20 worth of Electroneum here and there whenever I have an extra $5 or what have you. I'll do that and put it to the side. It may not be a whole lot, but the fact of the matter is that I keep stacking them and I put them to the side. Am I expecting it to be the biggest winner? No. And if you're going on Telegram, you're going on Twitter, and you're whining and complaining because it only 1x'd today, you only got 10% or 5%, and Bitcoin gave me 13%. Well, go buy your Bitcoin. Nobody's stopping you. Stop whining. Nothing shows off how childish you are if you sit there and whine and complain about a project. I am quite envious of those people who literally have nothing to do in their life to sit there and whine and complain about something that they don't even own. I really think it's a mental disorder, if you ask me. And I'm sticking to it. Because you know what? I have so much more stuff to do. than to sit there and whine about something I don't even own or doesn't even affect me. And if that's your issue, you really need to look in the mirror and get some therapy. All right. Electroneum. Obviously, Richard Ells got involved with the CBDC panel in London. England wants to do their CBDC, and basically the centralized cryptocurrency, and create a pound, a sterling pound, digital sterling pound. I don't know. You guys still call it sterling pounds, or you just call it a pound? I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know. Maybe you guys could tell me in the chat if it's what's the official title of it. I thought it was a sterling. I used to call it sterling when I was younger in the 70s. But the fact of the matter is, Richard seems to be getting involved more and more in different groups, organizations, personally, so that he can build some gravitas for himself and provide, a service or possibly create a new company that can bring value to him and his family and the employees that work at those places. One of the things recently, they've got together to create a foundation for the British pound, and we'll have to see. I don't know if they did that so that England would be more receptive to hearing what they have to say as a group, so they can represent a group, or if they're going to actually try to build a functional British pound system. The fact that they've invited billions to the group. Billions is a active participant that has done these things, that creates stable coins, builds the networks, and has done it for many large-scale organizations, possibly and government. I think there was even governments involved in that. Tells me that that's a possibility. If it were just mouthpieces, we would know that. But adding billions to the group, and along with existing functioning technology companies, tells me that they clearly have the ability to actually generate, create, and represent and release a functional stable coin. But this comes back to the point that this is a lot of stuff for Richard to be doing. I run my company, and I'm day to day in the minutia, which I shouldn't be, but I have to because of COVID. And unlike Electroneum, that has a pot full of cryptocurrency behind them, I have to generate on a weekly basis enough incoming funds to be able to pay employees and expenses. So physically getting stuff out the door becomes very important. And unfortunately, I've had to bring in new talent and new people because of the shutdown. And it takes 6 to 9 months really for somebody to become prolific in what they're doing here, getting capable and competent. So I'm doing 5-6 jobs and getting a lot more gray hair for it. So it's just the way it is. All right. I talk about all that good stuff, CBDCs. Now, here's the blockchain information team on last week's update. Chris Harrison, the ETN network head of blockchain, informed the massive and very supportive Electroneum community that his team was currently in full testing mode. That process ensures that the system's fully operational, secure, and the blockchain fork is released when it's released. Today, he adds that it is moving along very smoothly, very efficiently, which means that you'll hear from him again in the coming weeks. So that's a good sign. I think we're gonna hear from him in the coming weeks. If we're gonna hear from him in the coming weeks, the only thing he really could tell us is, yeah, it freaking works and it's ready to go. So, in the coming weeks, I'm looking for some good news. I'm reading between the lines, and it's just my personal guess. Based on what I'm reading here, he's moving along smoothly, very efficiently, which means we'll hear from him again in the coming weeks. So I would think in the coming weeks we'll hear, yeah, tests went good, or we need a little bit more time. So I'm hoping they're as smart as I think that they are, or as smart as they think that they are, and everything goes well. And in the coming weeks, we'll start to see some dates talked about, maybe a blockchain height for the release, so we'll know. I think that once this blockchain is put into place, it's my personal biased opinion. Be real clear. It's my personal biased opinion based on what I've read, that it's going to unlock a shitstorm of stuff to come out, to be activated, to be put in place. Things that I have a feeling that are sitting there waiting on the sidelines. I think will roll out, and I think every week or 2 weeks going forward, we're gonna be just like hit boom, hit boom, hit boom, and I'm hoping that is true. I am hoping that that generates a lot of excitement, and we get to see Electroneum be put on on the list of things that you want to have in your wallet, because of the ability to use and of course traders like to see a benefit, and I think that there will be benefits in the after that period of time, and not financial advice, but keep your eyes open, be very clear about this. I've been following Electroneum for a long time. I've been making videos for a long time. I've been through the worst of times with Electroneum, and I'm pretty psyched to see what the last year has, what they're gonna squeeze out the end. Out the tube at the end. It's like Willy Wonka releasing a new chocolate bar. I'm really pretty excited about seeing what's going to squeeze out the tube in the next few coming weeks. So let's hope everything goes well. Obviously, what they're trying to do is make sure there's no technical debt. In other words, bugs. Make sure there's no bugs, no problems. And it's a methodology of ensuring the functionality of it, and it doesn't mean that there won't be bugs, but the fact of the matter is that I'm sure what they're doing, clearly they've been working on this for a year and a half. What they're looking to release is clearly going to be significant. And there's going to be a lot of testing that the environment's going to have to go through to make sure everything functions as it's supposed to. The wallets or the coins moved and upgraded, and functionality that can be added. And there's a crap load of stuff that has to be tested. And if they run into something significant, we could be delayed longer, and it's a possibility. But I'm hoping that the Electroneum devs are as smart as I think they are, and and everything goes reasonably well. There usually is, after the blockchain release, 50% of the time there's usually a second release to fix, some identified bugs, minor things that pop up, and that's kind of normal. But I'm hoping this goes really well, because I think release the Kraken. I think this is gonna really help Electroneum level up to something of serious value. All right. So, and of course they got a nice little app. So, Timo, I hope that answered your question. I know that was long. Crypto Dog, excited for Electroneum. Something big is coming, they say. Amazon shot down BTC rumor. Could it be ETN? All right. So, yes, everybody's pretty excited for Electroneum, especially those that have been sitting on it for 3 or 4 years. We've been waiting our day. We've been watching, all the other. We've been watching some. You're not gonna say, oh, there was thousands of coins. Only 100 of those coins really, make it to the top dog page, and they fall off or they stay. The top 50 coins kind of stay in that area, and we watch these blue ribbon coins, if you want to call them, show benefit to their holders over time. And it's hard for the other 4,000 coins, to feel excited sometimes, because they don't get the fireworks and the puffy stuff and all of the news reports. They just don't. And those that have been holding on to Electroneum have waited a long time to see some value, and the potential for Electroneum is just significant. We've seen the value that Electroneum could go to. We all know it could hit that 20-cent mark. It's done it before. It has the ability. We see the value of it right now, being just a steal. And every time the price goes up, everybody goes, oh, I wish I would have got it at that half a penny price, or I wish I would have got some at that 5 for a penny price. Oh, I wish I would have got it for that penny price, and got my 4x. And this happens like every year. There's some kind of excitement, and it goes up to 3-4 cents, and then comes back down to half a penny. And the fact of the matter is that there will always be some kind of event that'll take it to 4 cents. It seems to go more and more here and there. And there's I see him on Telegram. Oh, I should have got some more. I should have got some more and sold it at 4 cents. And it's gonna happen. It happens. It happens in cycles. It's gonna happen again. All right. When you see Electroneum, at half a penny, 0.75 of a penny, get your Bitcoin, get your Ethereum, put a little bit to the side for yourself if you think it's valuable. Consider, don't go all in on Electroneum. That's stupid. That's dumb. But 25% of it in Electroneum. You buy 75% of ETH in Bitcoin. Things that are going to be pretty solid. If you're going to take a risk on something, I've evaluated. I think Electroneum is a decent risk. I think it will have its day. There's a team of 55 people behind this. It's not just 3 guys with a cell phone, trying to pretend that they're another Bitcoin. Big cash. And big cash. and pretend that they're got themselves something important. I'll turn this. I don't need this telling me I'm a ding dong, and that let's just plug this thing back in. So I actually don't need it. I don't have the music playing, and I'm not going to be running a video on screen, so I'll let that charge back up. Amazon shot down the BTC rumor today. Did they really? That they're not going to be accepting. I thought they were going to be accepting BTC. So you're saying that that's not true. Interesting, Crypto Doug. I was unaware of that. I have not seen that anywhere. You're going to have to send me the link in the Telegram channel on the Digitspin Telegram channel. It's in the description below. And the Splinterlands Furious Chickens Telegram channel. It's free. You'll find it in the description below. I'm talking to you. Make sure you link up, connect. It's free. You get a lot of good information. Check it out. It's worth your time. All right. Hey yo, Super Schmemp. Schmeep. Super Schmeep. All right, and Crypto Dog dropped. He dropped the links here for the Splinterlands and for the Digitspin channel. Hey, Rich Wealthy, it's good to see you. Dino, it's been 3 years. I will let my bag. Rich Wealthy says, Dino, it's been like 3 years. I will admit my bag is smaller, not bigger. Are you adding to your bag? I've lost hope. No, I haven't lost hope in any way, and hopefully over the last few minutes you've understood why. No, I don't think I would ever lose hope in Electroneum, to be frank with you. It will have its day. Having said that, there are times where I don't purchase more. I recently, within the last few months, put a small percentage to this into one of the exchanges to do a little trading, because it's good to see some trading numbers. Not like that I'll be trading in any values that will have any meaningful amounts, but it's kind of fun. So I decided to take a few and trade it back and forth between Bitcoin. But there are times that I collect. I think my process is, when I had an extra $20, I would get some, and I'd put it to the side. I do some mining, so I mine Monero Classic. Has no value. However, I make a ton with it on my ASICs. I have ASICs, and when I say a ton, I make $1, on a machine. But that's a lot for an ASIC, it's all respective. Just to be clear, so I make $1 on the ASIC, and and then I take that dollar and I convert it to Electroneum, and then over a period of a year it adds up. I take that half bag or quarter bag and I sock it away, and that's pretty cool. I enjoy that, and I'm going to continue to do that, and store them away. There are times where I don't buy more, but no, I haven't sold any of my stored amount of ETN. I'm holding on to that because when the time comes, it's my personal belief that it will provide a significant benefit to me in my older age. And if it don't happen, I'll just cash in what it's worth, and so be it. But I'm betting to keep that money there. Could I have turned it into Bitcoin and made a lot with it in Bitcoin? Yeah, I could have. But I think at the price that I'm getting it, when Electroneum hits the price the value that it, I think is commensurate with what its new network will be capable of doing, of demonstrating, I believe in the long run that the benefit will be equal to or greater than holding Bitcoin at its peak. All right, not in perpetuity because prices go up and down. So, but at its peak, I think that there'll be a opportunity and a well-earned one for those that are just holding on to it. And it's not, you never go all in on one coin. You get some, you put it to the side, and you let it sit there. If you're spending money and putting money into cryptocurrency and you're panicking about price, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, if price changes upset you, if you're not going to be able to pay your mortgage or rent, and you don't have some money to be able to help yourself in an emergency situation, to get a tire that pops or something that has to be done with your car, you've put too much money into cryptocurrency. All right, and the fact of the matter is, you do your $20 a week purchase from now in perpetuity. You don't miss $20 a week. It won't affect you. And you buy. Those people are like, I'm going to get that big score, 35 black. And they throw $10,000 on it that they needed to pay. Well, if they win, they're real happy. But if they lose, they're screwed. And if you're doing that and you're getting upset because of price, it's your own fault. You shouldn't be doing that. I don't think I've ever sweated the value of any cryptocurrency that I may or may not have. I may have looked at it and say, oh, geez, I could have made more doing this. I missed the train, damn it. And I that was dumb. I had to tell you the other day, I needed to get a few dollars. My washing machine broke. My wife calls me, hey, Dino, is there supposed to be smoke coming out of the washing machine? No, Janice, there's not supposed to be smoke coming out of the washing machine. So after I explained that and listened to her story, I had a choice. Do I want to go, because last time I tore it apart, and then I found some money, some quarters or whatever that got down into the system and locked up the thing. I had to replace the belt. And clearly this is probably what's happened again. We've had this thing 12, 15 years. I don't know, maybe she whines about it all the time, and maybe I'll get her another one. So I said, all right, I'm going to need $500. And so it was on just a few days ago. So I was like, all right, it's 30. Let me get $500, and so I can get her a new washer machine. And I sold the cryptocurrency, some Bitcoin, and 112 seconds later, it went up 20% or like 12%. And for the last 2 days, it's gone up like 30% since I sold it. I feel like, that meme where the guy, so pump it, the guy gets on the phone, pump. Literally, it was under a minute and a half later. The freaking price just all of a sudden I'm watching it, all of a sudden the bloop, big freaking thing, like somebody bought, somebody pumped it, literally, I was like, you son of a bitch. God damn it, that happens to me every time. I was like, son of a gun. I hate when that happens. So, yeah, I laugh at myself with stuff like that. I've never worried about price or anything because I don't put money into it that I can't afford. And am I going to be everything on 35 black and boom, I'm a millionaire? No, I'm not going to be a millionaire. Will I make a few extra dollars? Yeah, sure. I'll be ahead of where I was. And I've enjoyed the process all the way through. And no time that I sweat, panic, run around, start whining, complaining about projects. I've had a good time. And at the end of all of it, it'll be a benefit. And the longer I hold on to it, you'd be surprised how much it can add up to. I mean, if Bitcoin ever hits $1 million, I'll be happier. I'll be happier. I guess at my age, I don't need a whole lot of stuff. I don't go buying things. I like new socks. Nothing's better cracking open the bag and putting on a fresh pair of socks. Wash socks are good, but, a fresh pair of socks are really cool. This is what entertains me, And yeah, I gotta have a car. I want to put a chicken on the table. I want to take my wife to dinner. And I like new socks. That's all I want. Oh, jeez. Sean Rask is saying Electroneum is secretive. Yeah, at the moment they are very secret. Everything is very close to the vest right now. There are reasons for it, and at some point we will be educated the reason why. Rich Welty says he likes Litecoin. Never been a big Litecoin fan. You can ask Crypto Man about that. Crypto Dog, scan QR using app for now in Splinterlands. Okay, so you can scan the QR code in the app for Splinterlands. So yeah. That's good. So Splinterlands provides the QR code. I remember that, and you would scan it, bloop, and then send over the Electroneum to buy some NFTs, which was Crypto Dog knows what I'm talking about. We did good, right? Everybody in the Digitspin Furious Chickens group, the Telegram channel, see it in the description below. Don't cost you anything. We talk about Splinterlands, what good cards to get. I think we 10x'd Crypto Dogs in the group, and we were all been talking about it. Like, yeah, right now it's like 10x. So that's not bad. Rich Welty says my bag has moved from to Safe Moon, but I feel like they had the Electroneum roadmap with working with a whole nation Gambia. So I don't know. I'm just torn. Love both projects. Yeah. Well, good luck with the Safe Moon. In honesty, I just know the very basics of Safe Moon, and it's just not something that I'm gonna personally get involved with. Not because it's may or may not be good. It's just, I've made my picks. When I first got into crypto, I'd buy a little of everything, and there was just stuff all over the place. I couldn't keep track of it. It was difficult back then. Now you can kind of keep everything on one exchange. But at the time, you'd have to go to this exchange to get this exchange to get that. Ooh, I want this one. I got to go to that exchange. And, then offset some, put it into a wallet here. This I can only mine and put into my wallet on my PC. This I need a web wallet. And it was just all over the place. And you couldn't keep up with the projects. I mined a whole bunch of Loki, which isn't called Loki anymore. It's called Moon or something. I don't know. It's called something else now. I don't know if my Loki coins are good anymore. I don't have the time to follow. You can't follow every project. You don't know. And then these other coins. Tube. I got BitTube coins. They've changed the blockchain 3 times. We've had to move the BitTube coins from to the next, or they became worthless. They're no longer valid. They're on a different blockchain. Right? I don't know if they're good anymore. I'm assuming that since I had it on their system, that they're gonna move them for me. I don't even know what's going on with. You can't keep up with everything. It's not possible. Stick with a couple of blue chips. Pick something out of the top 20. It's on every exchange. Pick 2, 3 at the most of odd coins that you like, you think are cool, that you think have an opportunity. and focus on them. Pay attention to them. Keep an eye on them. Know what they need to, what's going on with them. And either, if you're not happy with it, drop it, move on to something else that you've looked into. But don't spread yourself all over the place. You can't keep up with it, and you're gonna find out that you lost coins or they got whatever. You can't. It's not possible. It's too big now. It's gotten too big. It's in '79. I got my first PC computer, and in '82 I opened up a computer store. And I did really well. By 1987, I had 3 computer stores. And I knew, when I would sell computers, I knew every computer, every part that was in the computer and chip because I repaired them. I knew every piece of software and how it worked, and I could give instruction on every piece of software, from word processing to games to what. Every piece of software I personally knew, touched, and played with. This is before the internet. This is before even networking was available. We had SneakerNet back then. You'd copy the file onto a floppy disk or tape, and then you'd run over to the other computer and put it in SneakerNet. All right, there was no way to connect the machines. Right? But now you can have a career on managing a mail server. There's no way to know everything. You can't. You can have good knowledge, but you can't know everything. It's not possible. And that's where we're getting now with cryptos. Let's see here. Mind your biz. Hey, how you doing? It's good to see you, Seth. I didn't know you were out there. 20 viewers, and it's only 12 likes. Smash the likes, people. I have 20 viewers. Oh, boy. Let's go with it. Hey, you got to pay attention to Seth. Seth's from Mind Your Biz. He has a fantastic YouTube show. Been doing it for years. Been watching him for a long time. Started off mainly in the mining area, but now he covers so much more. Really solid, really straightforward, really in depth and smart. One of the smartest guys I know when I watch his show. Knows what he's talking about. He gets in deep, up to the elbow. Check out his channel. And you definitely want to smash the likes there.
Be sure to smash our like button and subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe to our channel. There we go. Yeah, I mean, if you're still here, I see 18 people. If you're still here at this point, hit the like button. All right. Let's see here. I see you. Rich Welty gave me a super chat. Thank you there, Rich. We appreciate that. Thanks for restoring my hope in Electroneum. I appreciate what you do, my friend. I've held since the beginning. I do mine 5 GPUs, and I convert some of that to Electroneum. So very good. We appreciate that. And thanks for the super chat. Much appreciated. All right, let's go back up here. I'll continue to hold strong. Hope that it gets to 1 shilling at least one day. Yeah, I do too. I want to see it. Definitely want to see that 1 shilling. Yeah, I got this new system. You guys got to see this here. I got this new system. Let's see if I can pull this up. I put in place. I got 3 monitors. I got this one off to the side. I got this fantastic 36-inch monitor here, so I can actually fit 2 across. And then, of course, I've got the broadcast system off to my left. I got this is pretty cool. It's a control tablet, so I can hit a button and it'll do some stuff, which is pretty cool.
Really?
Let's take the cam off. So if I take the cam away, I can hit one of these buttons here. Stand up to clap. Yeah.
Stand your ass
There we
up
go.
and clap.
So that lets me do different things. Turn the music on, do a laugh track, whatever I want to do. Get that explosion on the screen. Boom. And I got this noiseless. So when I hit the buttons, you can just barely hear it. It doesn't give that clicky sound. Some sound and audio. So it's pretty cool. My headphones. So I kind of like that. It's a pretty cool setup. Well worth it. That was one of the upgrades that I did a few months ago. So to have all these screens, so I can kind of keep an eye on what's going on, and I have all my information. It's a lot of fun. I'm running it on a 3070 GPU graphics. It's got plenty of power. And when I'm not broadcasting, I let it mine on nice hash. It makes $2 a day or $2.50 a day or something. I don't know, something like that. Sometimes it makes $3 a day, which is pretty good. I'm running a Threadripper on the processor, so I'll throw that out there to do some other good stuff. All right. So Rich Welty, he goes, I'm going to continue to hold strong. And which is good. He goes, Michael goes, when do you think we'll hear from Richard again? I think once things break free, I think we'll hear from Richard. And this goes back to what I was talking about, where where Richard, he's getting involved in a lot of stuff. I have. Just from my personal standpoint, like I said, I run my own company, and I know how much time that takes. Getting involved, when you start getting involved with more and more companies, you've got to have people under you that you trust, that can understand the words that are coming out of your mouth, the spirit of what you're trying to say. And you need, you need a lieutenant commander or commander, first, number one, to make those things happen for you. I think he's going to just need more people to help him at a higher level. He's just got way too much going on, but we'll see. He's a pretty smart guy, so I think we'll hear from Richard once things start rolling out and they have the ability to do that. I think that's what we'll see here. Let's see here. Crypto Dog Rooters. What is the link you sent me here? Oh, okay. So here, Crypto Dog sent me the link. You guys probably already clicked on it. And we got Amazon denies report accepting Bitcoin as payment. So Amazon has hit it. All right, there we go. There goes the Bitcoin price. I wonder why it freaking dropped. I was looking, and I was like, shit. I'll go to CoinGecko because I no longer use CMC, being that it's in control by our buddy over at Binance. Not interested. But what kind of? All right, so we're down a little bit, 1.8. So it's not in full nosedive mode. But we have seen a 4% drop. So this drop 6 hours ago. So what time is it now? We got 11 o'clock. So that would have put us at 5 o'clock, and this was at 4. So right around 5 o'clock, right there. We see this drop. So obviously there was a sell-off. This would have kept going if nobody said anything. But since somebody had to open their mouth, there was a sell-off, and we're starting to see some retracement. All right, so there goes our dreams of 40,000. Amazon denies report accepting cryptocurrency as payment. Yeah, we'll see that. looking to accept by the end of the year. All right, so they're not saying that they denied that they're looking to accept it. They just said by the end of the year. But they do have positions opening for crypto people, so it's kind of weird. Yep, it was up 14.5%, and it traded up. So yeah, we're gonna see a dump.
God damn it! Screw you guys!
The July 26th, it opened up opening for the digital currency and blockchain product lead. So they're definitely doing something. The fact that they're not is idiotic. Of course, they're involved. They're doing R&D. They got plenty of money to do that. So, yeah. That figures. I appreciate you dropping the bomb on me, Crypto Dog. I'm not worried about Electroneum doing well over time. I'm more concerned about the potential end of private addresses. Yeah, World Citizen. There won't be private addresses anymore. You can't have them if you want to interact and not be harassed by any regulators. And this is going to go for all crypto. And so the fact of the matter is that what's going to end up happening is that you'll have multiple addresses that you can have funding in this way. If somebody checks that particular address, they don't see that you've got a whole $300 in there, and that they can negotiate with you up to the 300. So you'd put the bulk of your funds into a different address, and you'll be able to do your transactions through your standard address. And somebody that knows what they're doing will be able to correlate the addresses together to see, if you've transferred funds to it. It'll know that it's something that is relative to you, especially if it happens on a continuous basis. But that's really the only way that you're going to be able to keep people from seeing exactly how many coins that you have. It's basically like Bitcoin. Yep, Super Schmeep is right on this here. Let's see what else we got here. Michael saying Verus, Electroneum, and Bitcoin are my three. Hey, those are good choices. Verus is a very good pick. I'm hoping that they'll do well. Michael is the developer, the founder of Verus. Is a really smart guy. We used to work for Microsoft. And the guy knows what he's doing, and he wasn't just a developer. He was a senior level guy there. And Verus has created technology, has invented new technology that's been integrated into other projects because of its abilities and capabilities and usefulness. Which is good. I mean, this is groundbreaking type of stuff. But like Electroneum, they don't get talked about, and it's a shame. Some of these projects, which are truly beneficial to the environment, are not in position 20. Instead, we got Bcash, a worthless coin that brings no value except to bring money to the guy who forked it. There's nothing new, nothing exciting, nothing different in general. And you got 3 people running it. When you got teams of people on these other projects, Electroneum with 54, 55 people. It's a joke. It's a joke that there's money being put into that particular other coin that's in that top 20. It's a fool's errand, but again, if it's hyped, people will spend money on nonsense, and it's uncomfortable. It hurts my brain, like people would even buy something like that instead of something that has an actual functionality like a Verus or Electroneum. Okay, what happens to Electroneum marketing? Been waiting since the ICO. Wow. That's a long time. They've done plenty of marketing in between that period of time. As you know, they were on target. They were starting to do TV ads, this and everything. And then this, when they went for the FCA regulation, it stopped everything. The requirements and what was needed really put a kibosh on the whole thing, and hence where they went into this hibernation bubble to try to regroup and figure out what they were going to do to get it around or work through or work with the FCA regulations over in the UK. So keep your eyes open. Things will happen. Okay, Rich Welty says, love the broadcast system. Nice. Stand up and clap. All right, guys. I've answered all the questions that have been put on there. Appreciate you all stopping by and seeing, just hanging out with me. I wasn't expecting to go on live. I was just kind of literally walking by the computer and said, I guess I'll just sit down and blah on everybody. But I do thank you. Yes, you, my favorite viewer. Appreciate you stopping by, hanging out with me, goofing off for a few minutes. I'm going to talk to you again next time. Cheers. Stay strong. And let's go Bitcoin. we need to see